Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1st, 9, Chapter 17th verse. Can you repeat after me? Tasmad idam daivatantram.
Tasmad idam daivatantram.
Vyavasya bharata rishabha.
Vyavasya bharata rishabha.
Tasya anuvihito anatha.
Tasya anuvihito anatha.
Natha pahi praja prabho.
Natha pahi praja prabho.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. O best among the descendants of Bharat, I maintain therefore that all this is within the plan of the Lord. Accepting the inconceivable plan of the Lord, you must follow it. You are now the appointed administrative head, and my Lord, you should now take care of those subjects who are now rendered helpless. The popular saying is that a household wife teaches the daughter-in-law by teaching the daughter. Similarly, the Lord teaches the word by teaching the devotee. The devotee does not have to learn anything new from the Lord, because the Lord teaches the sincere devotee always from within. Whenever therefore a show is made to teach the devotee, as in case of teaching of Bhagavad Gita, it is for teaching the less intelligent men. Devotee's duty therefore is to ungrudgingly accept tribulations from the Lord as benediction. The Pandavas were advised by Bhishma Dev to accept the responsibility of administration without hesitation. The poor subjects were without protection due to battle of Kurukshetra. They were awaiting the assumption of power by Maharaj Yudhishthira. A pure devotee of the Lord accepts tribulations as favors from the Lord. Since the Lord is absolute, there is no mundane difference between the two. So we are reading. Actually, let's read word to word meaning. Tasmat. Therefore. Idam. This. Daivatantram. Enhancement of providence. Vyavasya. Ascertaining. Bharat Rishabha. O best among the descendants of Bharat. Tasya. By him. Anuvihitaha. As desired. Anatha. Helpless. Natha. O Master. Pahi. Just take care of. Prajaha. Of the subjects. Prabho. O Lord. O best among the descendants of Bharat, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhishma Pitama is saying to Yudhishthira, I maintain therefore that all this is within the plan of the Lord. Accepting the inconceivable plan of the Lord, you must follow it. You are now the appointed administrative head, and my Lord, you should now take care of those subjects who are now rendered helpless. So Bhishma is saying to Yudhishthira this verse, and as we know, Bhishma is about to leave his body, and Yudhishthira Maharaj has come for counseling from Bhishma Pitama. So what is Bhishma saying? Let's try to understand, and from the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalaka Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so this word is used, tasmat. This means therefore. Prabhupada says this means therefore. So the point is that Bhishma Pitama is trying to convince Yudhishthira that he need not be disappointed and dejected because of this battle of Kurukshetra, because he was really fearful, as we have discussed, of the fact that he has committed so many sinful activities by killing so many people on the battlefield, and there's so many people now helpless, so many females are widowed. So he was really feeling, his mind was in turmoil as whether his decision was correct or not of pursuing this battle or with Duryodhan for their own kingdom. That was his problem. So here Bhishmatama is saying, therefore, Tasmad idam Daiva Tantram. He is trying to convince Yudhishthira Maharaj that this is Daiva Tantram. Daiva Tantram means providence, destiny. Daiva means destiny. Daiva also means time. In Bhagavad Gita there is a verse, Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pritak vidam vividaischa pritak cheshta daivam panchamam uchyate. Every action has 5 factors. The place of action, the doer, the instrument by which action is done, the intention of the action, and the 5th factor is Daivam means super soul, God. He is a final cause, final factor of any action. He is the supervisor of all actions and the sanctioner. Anumantacha. Upadrishta Anumantacha. So Bhishmatama is saying, well, Yudhishthir, it's Daiva Tantram. Tantram actually means Tantra word. There are 2 words, Tantra and Mantra. So Tantra means Tantrayate iti Tantra. Tantrayate iti Tantra. So what does that mean? That means Tan means Tantra means which is woven. You weave threads with each other, and that is called Tantra. So Daivam Tantra means the Lord weaves a plan for every living entity through the actions of time, and that is called destiny. He is the director who is planning for everybody. He has planned his plans for non-devotees and for devotees, and for each devotee he's there right within a heart, and for each devotee he has some plan. Plan for what? Plan for how we will become purified. That's his plan. He is the captain, he is a leader, and nobody can understand his actions and plans. That's why Bhishmatama is saying, Tasmaditam Daiva Tantram Vivasya Bharat Rishabha. He says, he calls Yudhishthira as Bharat Rishabha. Because Bharat Rishabha, actually he doesn't call Yudhishthira Maharaj as Yudhishthira, he calls as Bharat Rishabha because he is trying to make Yudhishthira understand, Yudhishthira, you are belonging to a very great family of Bharat, of Pandavas. And Rishabha means you are one of the best descendants. You are a glory on the generations through Bharat Maharaj. And you are doing such an action. You are confused. You should not be confused. You should understand that your life is governed by the Lord. Actually, everybody's life is governed by the Lord. Some accept, some do not. People who accept, they are devotees. People who don't accept, they are not devotees. That's all. If you don't accept, you are governed by God. If you don't accept, you are governed by government laws, you are in jail. Is it? I don't accept that I am governed by government laws. Well, you can't accept, but still you are under the laws. But the fact you don't accept, you are revolting. Is it? That's a revolt. So you have to be under prison for this revolt. But devotees accept. And that's what we have to understand. We are under control. We are not independent. That's our problem. We think we are independent. And that is why every person's life begins with brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, grahast, vanprastha, sannyas. All this system, Vedic system, is to bring our mind in discipline. That's what they're trying to do. Is to give us a feel that to be controlled is happiness. And to be free is disgust. is problematic. To be controlled is you are safe. And to become free, that word is used, anath. Tasya anuvita anatho. To be free is you are an orphan. And an orphan is psychologically and emotionally very much hampered. There's an emotional problem with all orphans. You go and ask any orphan. They're psychologically very much depressed because they don't know who is the father, who is the mother. Their entire life, this is the question: who is my father? Isn't it? And we have seen so many movies. That orphan, he becomes a big shot, and then but whole life he is disturbed with this fact, who is my father? He's trying to search who is my father. That's what happens with them. What is my entity? Who am I? He is in a problem, and that's what is happening with us. We don't know that we belong to God. We are like orphans, and our soul is disturbed. Soul wants to know who am I. But we are giving soul something what it doesn't want. We are giving soul, okay, don't worry. Just like an orphan, don't worry who is your father and mother, it doesn't matter, enjoy life. He can't. There's a nagging question in his mind. Who am I? And that's what happens with the soul. That's what Bhishmatama is saying to Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir, all these people have become anath. They have become orphans without the protection of Lord. So non-devotees are like orphans because they don't understand. To be controlled is good. And that is why Prabhupada uses in Bhagavad Gita this term, regulative principles for freedom. Prabhupada writes like that. Beautiful expression, because he knows that the disease of modern world is liberty. That is the disease, which America means liberty. Democracy, Prabhupada says, it is demon crazy. So freedom destroys. Discipline will elevate your consciousness. And anywhere you see, in education there is a discipline. If you want to learn any skill, you want to learn music, dance, there is a discipline. Without discipline is the mark of mode of goodness. That's discipline. Freedom is a mark of mode of ignorance. And the more disciplined you become, the more free you are. Because you are trained and then you are let loose, is it? So if you're wild, you're put in cage. If you're trained, okay. Trained animals in circus, they are roaming here and there, no problem. Because people know they will not harm, they are trained. But if it is a wild animal, you have to put it in a cage, otherwise it can harm people. So if we are wild, we are not under control of God. We don't accept His authority of Krishna, of Dharma, of devotees. Vipra Dharma Achyutashraya. We read that. You don't accept that, you are wild, and then you are put under the cage. Under the cage means laws of karma. Otherwise you can harm people. And if we accept Krishna and His instructions, we will be more free, we will be let loose. Okay, now you are liberated. That's called liberation. So that's what Bhishmatama is trying to impress Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir, you have to understand that you have to now not become confused that I did something wrong. You didn't do wrong thing. You were leading your actions, your plans according to the instructions of Krishna. In fact, Pandavas had so many meetings with Krishna before this battle. In Mahabharata we see, and they were discussing what to do, what not to do. Krishna advised, and all of them were advising, and Yudhishthira Maharaj was following them. So Prabhupada writes here in the purport. Prabhupada says, the popular saying is that a housewife teaches a daughter-in-law by teaching the daughter. So because that daughter-in-law, she is new, so there is some kind of unfamiliarity between mother-in-law and the daughter. So this housewife, the mother-in-law, she teaches the bride Not directly, but by teaching the daughter. Actually, she might be telling the daughter, but actually through the daughter she is telling that housewife, that is her daughter-in-law. That's how it is done. So similarly, the Lord teaches the word by teaching the devotee. It's a beautiful line. So Bhishmatama is saying, Yudhishthira, Krishna is teaching entire word through you. He wants to teach people, not now, but many thousands of years to come by. Even now we are learning from them. Even now. And it will continue till eternity. What they are teaching? How to be surrendered to God. How to be surrendered to God in times of happiness and even in times of distress. How not to forget that everything is under control of God. We tend to forget, no? Everything is under control of God. And Prabhupada says, the fact that any devotee is anxious, the fact if your mind is disturbed, if a devotee says, my mind is disturbed, this means that he has forgotten that Krishna is in control. If Krishna is in control, how you can be disturbed? You don't see a child being disturbed. Have you seen? Never. Small 2 years old child, he is happy. He can become disturbed if you don't give him toffee or something, chocolates. Well, he's happy, no child. He's always running here and there, no disturbance, no problems, no tension of food, no tension of clothes, no tension of studies. He's just enjoying life because he knows that I have somebody to look after me, my parents, and he has full trust. So a small child, 3-year-old child, if he wants to cross a road, he will not see here and there. He'll just run. And parents will be after, stop him. He'll meet an accident. Is it? That's a child. So that's why he's happy. Similarly, a devotee who has full faith that my life is under control of God, he will never become tensed, never become anxious. Anxiety is born of mental platform. Anxiety is born of illusion that I am free. I am not looked after by Krishna. That is the problem. But the point is, if we submit to Krishna, if we accept the fact, okay, Krishna is looking after me, even though we cannot see him, if we simply accept this fact through the authority of Bhagavatam, simply by accepting this fact, we can become so happy, is it? We don't realize now. We have not seen Krishna managing a life personally, face to face. Prabhupada says in one of his lectures, simply by accepting this knowledge, you become happy. So you can imagine that when you will be able to see Krishna face to face and see that he is helping you, he is working for your welfare, how much happy and satisfied your soul will be. Klesh Agni Subda, Bhakti Vikasa Swami says, as soon as you begin devotion, even one round, with his faith that Krishna is supreme, Klesh Agni, all your distress vanishes, evaporates, as soon as you accept. So Prabhupada says, the Lord teaches the word by teaching the devotee. So Krishna is teaching. Bhishma is saying, Krishna is teaching through you. You are an instrument. But become an instrument. Become a good, true instrument. Become a good devotee. So that Krishna can use you in his service. The devotee does not have to learn anything new from the Lord. This Prabhupada is now making a point. Well, if Krishna is teaching a devotee, so what? What devotee is learning something new from Krishna or what? Well, Krishna is always new. Devotee always keeps on learning new from him. But in case of pure devotees like Yudhishthira and Pandavas, the Lord teaches a sincere devotee always from within. They know everything already, no? They are perfect. Pure devotees are perfect, they know already. They don't have to learn anything new from the Lord. Prabhupada says, why? Because the Lord teaches sincere devotee always from within. Yadami buddhi yogam tam. People who are sincere, Krishna guides from within. How he does, you have to realize on your own. You will not hear a voice from within. Krishna is not going to say, "Hey, pee-pee." Prahlad will say, "Who is saying? I'm inside, tick, tick, pee-pee." It's not going to happen like that. It might happen like that also. But one devotee asked Prabhupada, one reporter asked Prabhupada, so how does Krishna lead his devotees? How does Krishna teach his devotee? Prabhupada said, Krishna speaks to his devotee. So one other devotee, foreign disciple was there. The foreigner says to the reporter, he said, no, actually Prabhupada means, he was little disturbed, he speaks. So he said, actually Prabhupada doesn't mean he really speaks, it is intuition. So Prabhupada says, stop it, he speaks. Then Prabhupada says, you rascals, no, he speaks face to face, we can hear him. So of course, we are not at that platform, we cannot hear his voice. But sometimes Krishna teaches devotees through dreams. He teaches just like Prabhupada had dream. No, when Prabhupada was on a ship, Krishna came in his dreams, all his Dashavtaras, and he said to Prabhupada, don't worry, I am rowing your boat. He spoke. Or he speaks, Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur, he said, he asked some of his devotees to make a pandal. Just 5 minutes before the function. The devotees are saying, come on, this is crazy. 5 minutes before the function, you are telling us to put pandal. Bhaktivedanta told, I can't do anything. Radharani just told me. She spoke to him. So they can speak. It's like Krishna was speaking to Brahma at the beginning of creation. But for us, what happens with us? We are practitioners. For us, mostly it is at the level of intuition. The level of intuition. Krishna gives us the intuition. And also gives us the, what we say? The confirmation of that intuition. Because we can have intuition, but then we'll be confused whether it is correct or not. So Krishna gives a confirmation, yes. And how does he give confirmation? By giving us a confidence from within. Yes, this is what Krishna wants. Sometimes Krishna teaches through other people. When Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, he was publishing magazines, Back to Godhead. Then one peon, he told Prabhupada that why are you publishing magazines? People read and throw them. Write books. Write purports to the books. Write books, small books. And then Prabhupada said, oh yeah. Prabhupada said to his disciples, I took it as instructions from Krishna. He was telling me through that person. So how does Prabhupada know that Krishna was speaking through him? No. How does he know? That is what Krishna gives confidence from within. Yes. This is me speaking through him. That confidence will come automatically. So Lord teaches the sincere devotee always from within. But the point is sincere devotee. Not everybody. He'll teach. He'll teach you how. He'll teach you what is Maya and who am I. He'll teach you how to choose between sense gratification and service. He'll teach you how to have all good qualities. He'll teach you how to serve Krishna at every moment. He'll teach you how to remain away from lust and control your mind. He'll teach everything. Vande Krishna Jagat Gurum. He is a supreme spiritual master. Whenever therefore there is a show is made to teach the devotee, as in case of teachings of Bhagavad Gita, it is for teaching less intelligent men. See? So by this line we can know that Arjuna was not an illusion. It was a show. It was a drama. And Arjuna played the role of a disciple there. I am confused what to do. It was a stage, that's all. So, but teaching for less intelligent men, Arjuna knew everything. Of course, he should have been knowing, because in 40 minutes you cannot understand Gita. It's impossible. You can't even understand one verse, whole life. Okay, I've understood Gita, everything. I'm ready. So that's obviously it's a show. But for teaching less intelligent men. But the point is, now Prabhupada is making a point. To teach less intelligent people through devotees. Devotees might have to undergo some kind of chastisement and problems. Just like Krishna chastised Arjuna, no? Klevyama smagma partha naitat etad upapadyate. Arjuna, you are important. He chastised. Krishna arranged for so many tribulations for Pandavas, for Draupadi, for Bhishma, for Yudhishthir. So they might have to, in this drama, they might have to undergo lot of sufferings. And this is not artificial drama. This is real drama going on. Not something artificial that on stage, dishum dishum. Actually, nobody is doing dishum dishum. They are just acting. This reality, it is happening. There are people, and there are people ready to kill Yudhishthira and Bhim. They are ready to poison them, ready to burn them. So this is real drama going on, and there is this pain, there is sorrow. There are so many things going on. But Prabhupada writes, devotee's duty therefore is to ungrudgingly accept tribulations from the Lord as benediction. That is the word used therefore, tasmad. And what is used in this verse? Tasmad idam daivatantram. So why this word therefore is used? Therefore, Yudhishthira Maharaj, you should accept everything as a plan of Lord. Why is he saying therefore? Prabhupada explains. A devotee's duty therefore is to ungrudgingly accept tribulations from the Lord as benediction. In the purport, Prabhupada is writing the meaning of therefore. Why is he saying therefore? Yudhishthira, you are a devotee of Lord. You have to understand this is planned for you. Even if you don't understand, accept it. And therefore it is a duty to accept tribulations from the Lord as benedictions. Daiva tantram. That means Daiva tantram. Tantram means, I told you, a net. Net. So this is a net of God. Just like just like we sing that this morning for Lord Nrsimhadev, 𝗪𝗂𝗪 𝗪𝗀. So what this praise, Jayadev Goswami is praising Lord Nrsimha, and he is praising his nails. 𝗪𝗂𝗪 𝗪𝗀 adbhuta shringam. And he is saying, my dear Lord Nrsimha, your nails are adbhut, they are wonderful. And shringam means beautiful. They are so beautiful nails. The shringam dalita hiranyakashipu, but these beautiful nails have torn apart the abdomen of Hiranyakashipu. Now, why he says beautiful and then he says torn apart? Why doesn't he say so horrible? Well, he doesn't say. Because he is praising Lord Nrsimhadev's nail as being so beautiful. It is simultaneously beautiful for devotees, simultaneously fearful for demons. It is both. It is both. For Prahlad, Lord Nrsimha was using his nails to care us, no? To touch his head with love. So beautiful nails. So that's what a devotee is. So therefore, Daiva Tantra means net. For devotees, this net of Lord is beautiful. For non-devotees, this net is like nails of Lord Nrsimha which can tear them apart. That's what he is saying, Daiva Tantram. Therefore, that is what is the understanding in therefore. Devotees accept ungrudgingly. Prabhupada uses the word ungrudgingly. It is sometimes it happens, devotees know it is plan of Lord, but at the same time there is a grudge. Why is Krishna doing this for me? To me, is it? There is sometimes a grudge, no? And the same rule applies for Guru, spiritual master. Sometimes spiritual master will tell you something. You may not like it. But then you know that yes, he is doing for our welfare, but at the same time, why is he saying like this to me? Sometimes it happens, why is he saying like this to me? It's hurting me. Can be said in a nice way. It's hurting me. So sometimes it might be grudge, but Prabhupada says, ungrudgingly accepts tribulations from Lord as benediction. Without any reservations, he knows that this is mercy of Lord. And that's the word here, Vyavasya. Vyavasya means, Prabhupada writes, ascertaining. Certainly, there is no doubt in his mind that these sufferings are mercy of his. If there is a doubt, then he will have a grudge. Yeah, this is mercy, but why he is doing like this? No. then you are not convinced that it is mercy of Lord, is it? Then you are not convinced that He is supreme. He is a supreme welfare. He does welfare for everybody. Suhirdam, He is Suhirdam Sarva Bhutanam. You are not convinced. You are convinced, no grudge. If you are convinced, you will ask for more. Krishna, I am ready. You give me more tribulations. Because I know this is your mercy. You are trying to help me, or you are trying to help others through me. Now, who knows what's happening? But at least in the case of Pandavas, it's certainly that Krishna is trying to help others through them. They don't need to be purified. So that's the meaning of this word. Vyavasya means ungrudgingly. Prabhupada gives another meaning in the purport. Without any grudge. Grudge, you understand grudge, no? You understand grudge? You know what's grudge? Grudge means, what do we say grudge as? Means any kind of ill feelings. Without any ill feelings. Okay, this is happening. Means you will be happy. The point is you will be happy when you will suffer. That's the point. If there's some ill feeling, some grudge, you will not be happy. You might take that suffering as mercy, but you will not be happy. But here, pure devotees are happy. That's why Bhishma says, Vyavasya, certainly devotees convince his mercy of Lord and he is happy. Just like Kunti prays, give me more sufferings. That is my happiness. Because I know that you are with me. So there are two things. We might also accept the sufferings as practitioners, but we might not accept it as in a happy mood. There's a difference. But these pure devotees, they'll accept in a happy mood. Yeah, we are so happy we are suffering. Who will say that? Somebody will come and say, you are suffering so much. What kind of devotion you are doing? It's nonsense. You are doing the more devotion you are doing, the more suffering. And that pure devotee will say, oh, I am happy. This is my happiness. This suffering is my happiness. And that's what Chaitanya Charitamrita Mahaprabhu says. Tumhara sevaye dukh hoy jo jat sahi to parama sukh. In your service, whatever unhappiness and sufferings I experience, that unhappiness or sorrows is my supreme happiness. That is the standard of devotion, which Bhishma is trying to tell Yudhishthira, which Krishna is trying to teach us through Bhishma, using Yudhishthira Maharaj as an instrument. And these conversations are coming to us. Pandavas were advised by Bhishma Dev to accept responsibility of administration without hesitation. The poor subjects here without hesitation. This word is used, tasya anuvihito. Prabhupada in the purport gives another meaning of anuvihito, without hesitation. In word-to-word meaning, anuvihita means as desired. As desired. Vihit means, vihit you understand? Vihit means nihit. Vihit means as planned, as desired by the Lord. So, okay, Bhishma is saying, Yudhishthira, you accept the administration of your kingdom because this is desired by the Lord. This is desired. Anuvihita. This is the verse, Anuvihita.
As desired.
As desired. So Prabhupada says in the purport, unhesitatingly. Prabhupada gives another meaning of as desired. Pandavas were advised by Bhishma Dev to accept the responsibility of administration without hesitation. That's the point. If a devotee knows I have to do my service, this is desired by Vaishnavas and Guru and Krishna, he will do that service without any hesitation. Without any hesitation means without any anchor. We all have anchor, We all have anchors. This attachment, that attachment, that attachment. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. This much. This is my limit. What my parents, what my relatives, what my Bible say. No, without hesitation. No anchors. This is desired by Lord. This has to be done. Even if I have to give my life. This is called anuvihita. Anuvihita. Without hesitation. Without hesitation, we accept things which are favorable to Lord. Service. Without hesitation, we will reject anything which is unfavorable, an obstacle in His service. Even if it is our parents. That's all. And that's what Arjuna was advised. Arjuna, you should kill your father, Bhishma. See, this is a service. In this service to establish dharma, your lovable grandfather and father is coming in between. What do you do? That was a question for Arjuna. What do you do? Tell me. So Arjuna was confused. Krishna told, well, the law says anything which obstructs service of Lord should be destroyed. Should destroy Bhishma. This was difficult, no? He was trying to teach to us. So, yeah, we are ready to leave our parents. We are ready to leave our body. The most dear to us is our own body, no? That's the most dear. And that is why Krishna will see whether we are attached to a body or we are attached to Krishna. He'll test it out. It might be easy, it's not easy, but it might be easy for people to leave other attachments, to money, to relatives, to name and fame, but what about body? It's very difficult. And that is why when we become unhealthy, when we become diseased, that's the main test. Whether you can remember Krishna or you're thinking about your body. And that time it's very difficult, no? All mind will go in our body. Oh, what happened to me? You're most fearful. So, unagitation. The poor subjects were without protection. Anath. That word is there. The poor subjects were without protection. Anath means without protection. Due to the battle of Kurukshetra, there was no king. They were awaiting the assumption of power by Maharaj Yudhishthira. Pure devotee of Lord accepts tribulations as favors from the Lord. Since the Lord is absolute, there is no mundane difference between the two. See? There is no mundane difference between His favor, His mercy, and His punishment. Devotee is convinced about that fact. This is the purport of this verse. There is no difference between mercy and punishment of Lord. They are both the same. He punishes us to make us understand. He makes us fall down sometimes. As we are practicing, no? We will fall down. Of course, we fall down due to our own stupidity, but He allows that. Okay, fall down. He will not protect at that time. He can protect. He can do impossible possible. He will not protect. He is seeing from her heart he is doing nonsense, and he will fall down. He will not say anything. Shh. If some devotee wants to tell him, he will inspire from his heart. Shh, don't tell. He'll be alone. Because he wants him to understand that this is wrong. And you'll have problems afterwards. So, okay. So that suffering, that fall down, devotee understands. If he's intelligent, he understands. This is an indication from my Lord. It is His mercy to make me understand I am wrong somewhere. I should take steps to save myself. And if you have that kind of intelligence, if you can think in that line, He will also give you the solution. Okay. Now you want to take steps, from heart He'll inspire. Okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. 4 things, you'll be safe. Finish. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. He'll give you how to safeguard yourself. So devotee understands. Devotee, in every action, he sees the mercy of Lord. In sufferings, in mercy as well. And that's how he'll advance. He advances. That is what is Pushti Marg. Vallabhachari. Pushti means mercy, no? Devotee knows every moment of my life is being nourished by God. By favorable circumstances, by unfavorable circumstances, both. And it's very difficult to actually remember Lord working behind the scene. Because when favorable circumstances happen with us, we get lost in happiness. We're lost in happiness, no? So nice things are happening. So many things are happening. We're lost in happiness. And when unfavorable circumstances happen with us, we are overwhelmed by fear. And that's why Krishna says, Rag doisha vimuktaistu. Become free of happiness and hate. Because that will block you. It will not allow you to see me behind this drama, this picture going on. It will not allow you to see. Just get rid of this rag and dvesh. Then you will be able to see me at every moment with you. I am with you at every moment in your heart. You will be able to see, you will be able to be with me. You will always be in communion with me, no? You will always live in me, and I will always live in you. There is the perfection of life. That's all. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anything has to be asked. Natha Pahi Praja. Any questions? Stop it. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.